Hi, I'm Cherie.
I'm Kelvin. Master Small Business Podcast
by Mentalist Media. Okay, so let me tell you this story of what always happens. Well, not always, but sometimes. I'll have a client that comes to me and wants particular services, and I get that feeling, right? That feeling where I'm like, I don't know, or for instance, between the two of us, Kelvin is the pricing man. So I go to him and I say, listen, here's the situation. This is what the client wants. And then he gives me the phrase, well, I wouldn't do it.
What?
You do.
I wouldn't do it.
You say, I wouldn't do it, like, on the terms that I've presented from this client. And then I, in my mind, always go, oh, what if it works out this way? Or maybe that won't turn out badly. But let me tell you, folks, I've never actually won this battle.
Really? Why do you think that is?
Because that little feeling that I got was an inkling, something that should have cued me to the fact that this was going to be a troublesome client. And I didn't listen. And even when you mention it, I listened and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is confirmation. But I go, but what if what if it turns out differently than the other, 50 situations like this in the past?
I have a question.
Yes.
In your life of working, right?
Yes.
Doing work, what percentage of projects or jobs are completed on time?
Ooh, we're talking single digits.
See, exactly. So it is safe to say that no project is hits the deadline, right? So that's my assumption coming into everything. It's not going to work out perfectly. We, us and the client, we're not going to have this done in 3 months or in 2 months or however long, right? And if the money that's negotiated, am I fine with it dragging out twice that, then it's a good deal. If I say in whatever the deadline is, if it's not complete, am I going to regret it or start feeling bad or not want to work on it anymore, then it's probably bad. If I'm having questions about, is it worth it, then it's probably not worth it.
Yeah, if you have those questions up front, it probably isn't worth it. And I've learned this the hard way. And so hopefully I can help save you some hardship and trouble. And even, and I'll be honest with you, there are times where I've done jobs that we haven't been paid for at all. And I've actually, put in labor on these jobs.
Right. So when you have deals like this, or the lack thereof, you are going to be losing money, basically, because you are actually doing work or giving product and stuff, and you're not getting paid for it. And you could be spending your time doing something else.
Right.
I don't know. You could be on vacation or something besides working on some work that doesn't
that's just going to get
blown
to the wind.
Profits, yeah.
So, to me, I think the idea is this. Every client is not a good client for you. No. Right? Maybe it's a great client for somebody else.
Right, exactly. And then, the more you do business, you're going to figure out what type of business people you like, which one gives you a bad feeling. It could just be little things. Oh, they're too loud, right? So then that may be some indicator of something for you. They're too relaxed, they're too reserved, or whatever else you see about them. Oh, they're too eager to get this done. Could be a sign. They don't seem excited about this, and they're asking a lot of the wrong questions up front. It could be all sorts of things that you figure out, and you figure out that is going to cause you to question whether or not you should even work with the client. You have to think of these things as relationships, right?
Yes.
Because if you look at it as profit or money all of the time, then that's all you're going to be able to see, and you might get blinded by that because you're going to be doing more than just exchanging money. You're going to be interacting with these people, and you're going to be subjected to the way that they handle business.
Right. And there are some people, I think, who are just legitimately, confused about maybe what they want, or could be, misleading, but not purposefully. And then you have people who I feel like are kind of predators.
Oh, yeah.
They know how the game is played. They know that if I say, hey, if this project goes well, then we've got 10 others like it. So, you're already adding up those dollars in your mind. And so this is a manipulation of game up front. And you need to recognize that these people are predatory. Some of them. Yeah. The ones talking this way.
Anybody who promise you something in the future, just disregard that, because it's not there now. Unless you're signing the contract for 5 or 10 projects, then it's not there. Right. It's only the project at hand.
Right. And we were talking to one of our clients who is a hairstylist, and she was saying how, she's had an issue with cancellations, and, how she had added up that money already, right. I'm angry you canceled on me because that money is in my pocket already in my mind. And that's just it. It's in your mind. That money is not yours until you see the check.
Exactly. Until the check clears.
Yes. Yes. Until those zeros are in your bank account, because a lot of things can happen between the initial promise of a client and you getting that money.
Yep. So you'll figure out which clients to work with and which ones not to. But early on, and maybe even if not early on, at some point, you are going to get screwed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Know when to cut your losses.
Yep.